Hey everybody. Oh, goodness gracious. Hey guys, you never know how serious something is until you are in it or a family member of yours is in it. This virus is just absolutely just out there, and I don't think that everybody is taking it fully seriously. And I realize that if somebody do get the virus and they get hospitalized, what they do is they put you on a floor with the rest of the other folks that have the virus. So it's like they're quarantining people on one floor, in a hospital, as they should, to contain the virus. But the drawback of that is your loved one is now around people that they don't know. Only kind of contact you got with your family member is a phone call. And then if things get real bad, like what's going on with my mom, and they lose consciousness to where they have to get incubated, now you have to rely strictly on calling the doctors and hope that the doctors are really, trying to save your loved one's life. And in some hospitals, I believe it might be even all hospitals, before your loved one become incapacitated, or hopefully they are conscious, they have to give two emergency contact numbers and names. And if whoever is calling is not one of those emergency contact names or numbers, you can't get no information. So my mom, of course the spouse going to be number one, and then whoever else. So it's like, if you're not on the emergency contact and there's only two that you can use, you can't even call to find out what's going on. So whoever the emergency contact is, you got to sit here and hope that you got a good relationship with them to get updates on if your loved one is improving or declining. And I understand that they have to do it this way, but it takes a serious wear and tear on depression and just sadness and anxiety and just the unknown, because you know how on a regular basis, if somebody normally gets sick, your loved one goes to the hospital, and obviously either her husband can go with and be by her side by the bed, or the child, or her children or his children can go be by his bed. Not with this. Nobody is allowed to visit their loved one if the loved one is diagnosed with this virus. And my mom, she lives in Maryland. So like her husband is trying to figure out how to get tested since she had it, but they're only testing people that has symptoms. So if you don't have any symptoms, they're telling you to go home and quarantine yourself, and if you got symptoms, call 911 and they'll admit you to the hospital and then give you a test then. And the test that they had took 3 days to get back, and some tests they have takes 9 days to get back. But this disease, guys, is so tricky, because I was just talking to my mom early last week, and the sad thing about it is everything was fine, but I don't think that she was wearing her mask at all that I sent her. And she was going to the store like everybody is rampaging stores for tissue and for hand sanitizer, Lysol. Everybody is panicking. But you don't realize the more you are not staying home, you're putting yourself at risk, and then you don't know you don't have it, you putting others at risk. And she went out without the face mask and without the gloves, and that's how she got it. She got it from one of these stores, one of these supermarkets. So y'all have to take this stuff serious when they talk about social distancing. It was 6 feet, but now they changed it to 13 feet. They don't know. But the best way to do is to just stay home. If you absolutely don't have to go, if you got tissue, you got food, you got what you need in your house, stay home. And if you do go out, put your qualified face mask on that is qualified to protect you from pollutants and viruses and bacteria, dress up for going out, because right now this is a biological war zone that we are walking on here in America right now. And it really, really, really hurts. And I'm telling you right now, this one, I've been crying on and off all day. 1 minute I'm normal, the next minute tears just drenching my face. And I'm seeing, as you see, I'm still working. And it's like, it's even worse for people that have parents or family members that live out of state, because now you have to see if it's safe enough for you to go and be by your loved one's side. But obviously, if that's your mom, you're going to go be by your mother's side if they let you in that state. I think Florida is doing checkpoints where you can't even enter the state. So if you got a loved one in Florida, I feel sorry for you, because you can't go to the state until everything is cleared off. So if anybody gets sick with this virus, you're going to be in that hospital fighting for your life with your doctors and not with anybody you know. It's going to be an unfamiliar place, and the only thing you're going to have is phone calls. And if you come incapacitated, you better hope your loved ones know how to call and check on you often to make sure that the doctors are doing what they're supposed to do. But before she actually lost consciousness, she was telling me that they trying lupus medicine and malaria medicine on her. But I'm like, what do malaria and lupus got to do with the virus? What does that have to do with the virus? I don't understand those protocols. Why are they using that? And then it also seems like once you get in their hands, you stuck there. So let's just say they had to take you to the closest hospital. And maybe the closest hospital that they taking you to in your neighborhood is not the best of all hospitals. So you as a family member, you want to get them transferred to another hospital, but you can't because it's a very, very contagious disease. So I'm guessing wherever you get to first is where you're going to be until you either get better or you meet your demise. And man, her symptoms started off as a cough. It started off as an uncontrollable, she says, it was a really uncontrollable, hurtful cough. And then she said it came with headaches. And then she said the next day it's like she was getting better. Then all of a sudden she got really weak to where she couldn't really get up. And then it got to the point to where when she went to try to, take a shower, she passed out, to where that's when 911 was called and they had to take her in. And, she started running a fever by that time. So, of course, they getting heavy numbers of this virus. So they ran a test and come to find out that's what it was. So those are the symptoms. And the weird thing is, man, when she went into the coma, like I guess because this disease, once it starts taking havoc over your body, you start declining fast. And I mean fast. And the last time I was on the phone with her, I think that's when she lost consciousness. So they had the incubator. Incubator when they put the breathing tube in your mouth because the mask is no longer working. So they got her incubated and they got her on the highest level of oxygen, but it's not working. And the thing that is the major thing that's killing people is the last thing that develops when you have this virus is ammonia. So your lungs are filled with fluid, ammonia, and your oxygen level is not stabilizing. So even though they got a breathing machine on you or they got the incubator on you, a ventilator on you, this disease is killing your respiratory system to where no matter what they're using, your oxygen levels is not coming back. So that's what's going on now. So they're trying to flip her on her back, let her lay on her back while the breathing machine is breathing for her. Then they try flipping on her stomach. So they flipping her to see which way will work as far as oxygen. But some people bodies is not, a lot of people bodies is not fighting at all, to where a lot of people is dying from this. And now it has hit home for me to where I just don't know what to do. I know what to do, but it's not going to be easy to do it. So I'm just going to pretty much have to mask up, get my gloves, get my mask, get all my herbs and everything, and I have to go up there. So Yeah, guys, please don't take this for granted. This virus is not fake. This is very real, and people are dying from it. I know this because now I'm going through a loved one that is fighting for their life. So I'm not going to count the loss yet, because even though she is declining, she's still here. So it's still a glimmer of hope, to where anything's possible when you pray, you have faith. So I'm here, but I'm not here mentally, because anytime you lose somebody that's that close to you, whether it's your mom, your father, your husband, your child, it's tough. It ain't but so strong you can be when somebody you really care about, is either suffering, or they're no longer going to be here. But I just pray that she make a miraculous pull through and show everybody that she's a fighter. Like, yeah, mom, you gonna get through this. Come on, mom, fight and come back to life. Get off that incubator. Come on, let the Lord give you life again. Stay home, guys. Stay home. Staying home could save lives. Stay home. All right, y'all. Deuces.